coming in, boys. Bro, we literally have a track, dog. We outside, dog. Yo, gang, what is up? It's your boy Laz, AK Moto Bro. As you see behind me, we got the Honda 150 and the Honda 50 dirt bike versus pit bike. Which one is better? I'm gonna let you guys know in this video. So let's get it. Woo, coming in, boy. Let's take this thing to the back. We in the backyard, bro. We made it to the backyard. Now let's grab the 50 real quick, bring her back here, and yeah, explain all the differences between these. Alright, here we got the little 50. We outside, bro. Let's bring this thing in the backyard. But to be honest, like, as you can just tell me riding this, I love this bike, bro. This thing is so freaking fun. Hop on back to the neighborhood, bro. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Bro, we literally have a track, dog. Woo! Yo, the Moto Bro track. We outside, dog. We outside. Alright, we got the bikes together in my backyard. So the first main difference between a pit bike and a dirt bike is how the motor is placed. So as you guys can see on the dirt bike, the motor is straight up and down. And on a pit bike, if you can see, the head sticks out on the side. So on the 150, this head is going straight up like this, as y'all can see, because it's that big 150, big power. So that's like one of the main differences between like a pit bike and dirt bike. And of course, pit bikes are a lot smaller usually. As you can see, this little 50 is tiny compared to the big old dirt bike. But the question is, like, should I get a pit bike or should I get a dirt bike? And the 150, I feel like, is almost like a hybrid. It's like a big pit bike with, you know, it has all the dirt bike features, but it's still like similar size to a pit bike. Like, I know Apollo 125s and SSR 125s, they're similar size to this. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my 125. All right, so I pulled out the 140 pit bike, and as you can see, it pretty much is like the same size as the 150. Like, the 150 is a tiny bit bigger. I think it's 14 in the rear, and this is 16 in the rear. But like I was saying, the biggest difference, it's this motor, bro. You see how it's sideways like that and not straight up and down? And that's the biggest thing just between a pit bike and a dirt bike. Like, it's not much at all. Like, the only main difference is that. And usually the size. Usually, as you know, the pit bikes are smaller. So the question is, do you get yourself like a 125 pit bike or big 150 dirt bike? And I'm gonna let you know, the difference is the power. I don't know what it is, but when the motor's straight up and down, it just has more power, more torque. It just feels more like a race bike. The pit bike is still a fun bike, don't get me wrong. It's fun to shred. You can pretty much shred it anywhere the dirt bike can, but it just doesn't have that power. It doesn't really have that race dirt bike feeling. If you guys have ridden a race dirt bike, you guys know, like, it's just really twitchy, powerful, which I like, you know, for wheelies and stuff. It's fun to have that power, just go just shred. While it is fun to have all that power, there is a maintenance difference. Like, on a dirt bike, you got to give it a little more maintenance. You got to be a little more careful with the engine, as in for maintenance. You can't just ride it all the time and never do oil changes. With a pit bike, you can sort of be a little more lenient with it, if you feel me. Like, you could ride this thing for a month, 2-3 months, and not even change the oil, and it's probably gonna run just as fine, if not better. If you feel me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, let me give you guys a little close-up of each bike. This is my Thumpstar 140. It is pretty trashed, and yeah, it don't even run right now, unfortunately. But you can sort of just see the difference. Like, a dirt bike has that dirt bike look, you know? It's a real bike. The pit bike is a real bike too, but as you can see, it's just it's a little more rough around the edges, I would say. But let's not forget about the beautiful Pitty, bro. The neighborhood ripper. You guys know how much I love this bike. This is probably my most ridden bike out of all the bikes I have, which is crazy. Like, this small ass little bike, I ride the most. I think it's time for a little backyard 50 session. You feel me? Yeah.
I get racks. Louis backpack on my back. I put the city on my back.
Yes, sir. Man, I love this little pit bike. And that's the thing with like pit bikes, they're usually a little quieter than like a legit dirt bike, which is really nice, especially if you're ripping around neighborhoods or like even your backyard. Like if I'm ripping this Honda 150, you know, neighbors will get mad. It's just so loud, you can't do it. But the little pit bike, you can rip it anywhere you want, brother. As you can see, we got the beautiful crib right there. Look at the bikes chilling. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Just look at that Honda 150. Like that bit looks sexy, and then yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that right now. Shout out my mower looking sexy. Bro, it's just crazy being able to whip through like your yard. I don't know. Like we outside, dog. Look at the Subies chilling. Yes, sir. We outside, dog, on the pit bike. Little pit bike adventures. Let's shred this freaking empty lot, bro. Look how beautiful that looks. It just wants to get shredded. Woo! Yes, sir. We outside. Gotta make sure no cars are coming. I don't know why I let my hand go. I could have just kept that bit off. Alright, let's have a little stand up. Look how, dude, look how freaking dope the 50 is, bro. You can just go wherever and like hit stand ups and vibe out. But that's not like the pit bike is like, to be honest, you need both. You need a pit bike and a dirt bike in your life. Like, if you can get to that point where you have a pit bike and a dirt bike, it's the best of both worlds. Sidewalk shred, boy, we outside. Tune that, boy. Another key difference between a dirt bike and a pit bike is a pit bike usually doesn't have a clutch. Some of them do come with clutches, but I would say 90% of the time, most pit bikes you'll find do not have a clutch, which is mostly because I think beginners usually start on pit bikes, so I guess it's just easier to learn how to ride without having to worry about a clutch. And to be honest, I sort of do miss my clutch on my little 50. I wish this had a clutch just for like being able to coast this forever, like pulling the clutch, which would be sick. You might be asking yourself like, yo, I'm starting to get into dirt bikes and pit bikes, but I don't really know what to get. Like, I'm gonna be riding around my neighborhood most of the time, but you know, sometimes I want to go to the track. Then I suggest just getting a little like 125 Apollo or SSR, just something to start with. Like for your first bike, it doesn't have to be a crazy bike. Just has to be something that gets you on two wheels with the motor and that goes, bro. You'll know like after a month, 6 months, a year of owning the bike, you're like, damn, like I love this bike stuff. I want to get a different one and, you know, save up, move up to the next bike, which would probably be a Honda 150 or something like that.